Rolex watches might have a reputation for delivering big investment returns, but here's the truth. Not every model is your golden ticket to a financial paradise. That's why today we're spilling the beans on which Rolex picks might not be the quick cash machines you were hoping for. If you've had your eye on a Rolex as a potential golden goose, you'll definitely want to hear this. Oh, and if you haven't yet joined our community, smash that subscribe button. We've got plenty of juicy insights on deck, and you wouldn't want to miss out. Apparently, Rolex prices have recently been more unpredictable than a plot twist in a soap opera, climbing to dizzying heights before settling back down. Remember the days when buying a new watch was a roller coaster ride of value dips and slow climbs? That's the excitement we've been seeing. Sure, the recent spikes were a bit dramatic, but who doesn't enjoy a little flair in the watch market? Now, with things leveling off, let's not buy into the doom and gloom of a market crash. The sales floor isn't empty. It's just shifted from hot to lukewarm. So let's sift through the buzz and zero in on the Rolex models truly worth your time and dime. Number 1. Rolex Submariner. You see, Rolex Submariner is like opening a mixed bag of surprises. The steel date models. They're that reliable friend who always shows up to the party and somehow exceeds expectations. Steady, classic, and generally a smart bet. But when you start eyeing the steel and gold or fully gold versions, things can get tricky. These flashy options might look like a dream on your wrist, but they could turn into a financial nightmare. Why? For starters, the demand for these isn't as solid, and their resale value can be unpredictable. Plus, they're more prone to market swings, so you could end up watching your investment cool off faster than you'd like. In short, it's the kind of financial chill that could freeze your investment dreams. Number 2. Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Switching gears to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, if you've got one from the flashy Celebration series or those with the bright, eye-catching stellar colors, you might be sitting on a hidden gem. These models have skyrocketed in demand thanks to their limited availability and standout appeal. But if your Oyster Perpetual is rocking more everyday tones like silver or black, you may want to rethink betting on it for a big payday. Here's why. The more common colors don't spark the same collector frenzy, so they're easier to find and don't appreciate as quickly. The market is saturated with these, which means the resale value stays relatively flat. Number 3. Rolex Yachtmaster. Now let's dive into the Yacht-Master waters. The titanium model? That's like spotting a unicorn. It's rare, skyrocketing in price, and so hard to find we haven't even gotten our hands on one yet. Collectors are scrambling for it, which is driving its value through the roof. But if you're eyeing the rest of the Yachtmaster lineup, you might want to pump the brakes on expecting a big payday. Here's why. The other models, while stylish, don't share the same rarity or hype. Their market value tends to float rather than rise, and with fewer buyers chasing them, your potential for a solid return dwindles. In fact, you might just find your savings taking a bit of an unexpected dip. Hang tight. Join the opulent Oasis community by subscribing. Get exclusive insights and updates right to your inbox. Now back to the conversation. Number 4. Rolex Datejust. Meet the Rolex Datejust, the Swiss Army knife of the watch world, offering everything from classic steel to blingy diamond-encrusted styles. But let's be clear, most Datejusts aren't quick cash machines. They're more likely to slim down your wallet than beef it up. Sure, those models with the snazzy blue dials can catch an eye, but banking on them for a big payday? That might just flip your financial expectations like a pancake in today's market. Number 5. Rolex Day Date. Now onto the Rolex Day Date. Thinking of these as your fast track to riches? Might want to pump the brakes on that dream. While there are a few standout dials that could turn heads and maybe even turn a profit, betting on the average day date to make you quick cash is like hunting for a unicorn at a pony show. We're keeping this short and sweet. After all, delving into each variant would turn this chat into a Rolex deep dive. Number 6. Rolex Deep Sea. Let's dive into the Rolex Deep Sea, this time focusing on the new gold models. It's like navigating uncharted waters, adding a luxury twist to a watch that's more suited for scuba gear than a gala. Quite the bold move. These pieces are chunky enough as is, and slapping on gold only ups the ante on the scales. Honestly, who thought bulking up the ultimate diver's watch was a stroke of genius? Number 7. Rolex Daytona. Now let's shift gears to the Rolex Daytonas. Remember the Le Mans Daytona? That retired champ could have had your wallet racing to the bank by now if you'd grabbed one early. Meanwhile, the steel Daytonas are still chugging along, eking out some profits. Not headline-worthy, but hey, it's honest work. And then there are those quirky additions with meteorite dials, because who doesn't want a piece of the cosmos on their wrist? For the rest, it's the usual horological roller coaster. A bit of a dip, then a slow and steady climb. Just another tick in the timeless tale of classic watches. Number 8. Rolex GMT. So, let's jump into the deep end with the Rolex GMTS. You've probably heard of the heavy hitters like Batman, Batgirl, Sprite and Pepsi. These steel legends are the toast of the town in collector circles. But venture beyond these to the mixed metals or all-gold glitz, and it's like walking into a sauna cranked to 11. Better brace for the heat. These glammed-up versions aren't raking in the cash like they used to. And honestly, while superhero nicknames do add a dash of cool, not even the caped crusader himself can elevate the resale prices of the less sought-after models. Number 9. Rolex Lady Datejust. Now let's shift gears to the Rolex Lady Datejust. It's quite the enigma why those diamond-studded versions command such sky-high prices. It's almost like trying to figure out why socks go missing in the laundry. Some mysteries are just not meant to be solved. The standard models, they make sense. They have just enough bling to catch the eye without breaking the bank. But if you go for the all-gold, fully bedazzled models, brace yourself. You might feel the financial sting faster than you can click those diamond clasps shut. Number 10. Rolex Sea Dweller. Now let's plunge into the Rolex Sea Dwellers. It's a mixed bag with these underwater champions. The steel models, they're just about keeping their heads above water, scraping by at retail price. It's like finishing a marathon and being too tired to care about the time. And if you're eyeing those versions sprinkled with gold, brace yourself. Your profits might dive faster than a phone dropped in the sea. In this realm of Rolex, a quick flip can easily become a slippery ordeal. Number 11. Rolex Air King. Next up, let's zoom into the world of the Rolex Air King. The bigger, sportier models, they're standing their ground nicely. You're likely to recoup what you forked out, give or take $1 or $2, but it's the steel and gold models that might pinch your wallet a bit. Still, as long as it's large, in charge, and flaunting that Rolex crown, there's a decent chance it'll keep its cool in the value department. Just don't wait around for those fat premiums. Looks like they're riding off into the sunset. Number 12. Rolex Cellini. Now that we're at the end, let's shift gears to the Rolex Cellini collection. Why these elegant pieces ever fetched premiums is a mystery worth a detective novel. The Cellini is the tortoise in a sprint of hares in the luxury watch market. Steady wins the race, right? If your wallet's sweating at the thought of a Patek Philippe or Vacheron Constantin, a Cellini might just quietly steal the spotlight as your wallet-friendly alternative. So what did you make of the insights we shared today? If this video struck a chord or piqued your interest, we're all ears. Drop us a comment, smash that like button, and don't forget to hit follow for more luxury watch lore. Thanks for tuning into Opulent Oasis. Stick around, we're just getting started.